Hi, I'm going to go ahead and just go over each section of the assessment in a little bit more detail, so you can just pick the component or the section that you want to have more specific details on. The first one is the demographic information, the first page of the assessment. So when you are filling out this section, you want to make sure that you have all your components. You've got to have the date, the Medicaid number, the Social Security number, date of birth, the address. You can have the address of what is on the Title 19 card, and then you can have their current address, because sometimes they don't match, but you need to make sure that you have both addresses listed. We need a current telephone number, the age, the gender, and legal status, whether probation, parole, pending charges, DHS, any of those could be under legal status, the school, grade, the referral source, ethnic origin, guardianship, and cultural needs are all on the basic demographics. Then we're going to go to your clinical team. Your clinical team is going to be those that are involved in working with this family, particularly with this client, on making some behavioral and emotional changes. That's going to be your psychiatrist, your clinician, your therapist, your BHIS provider, could be the school worker, the AA team. Anybody who's helping this family is going to be part of the clinical team. Now, under comments, this is where you're going to put how you gathered this information, who was present for the information, how long this evaluation took. This is kind of a little snippet on what took place during this assessment and evaluation. So you're going to put its initial assessment or reassessment and the length of service. Who provided these assessments? So if a different agency provided the initial, you will put integrated counseling provided the initial assessment on this date. And then you go from there with your information. Now, if it is, a reassessment, you just put how the length of services in there. Now, you're going to want to put the client and all the people that participated and were there at the interview. So this could be the parent, siblings, BHIS worker, foster parent, DHS worker, whoever was actually present during the interview. You need to put them in the next line. And then how long you took at the interviews, such as 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120 minutes, whatever. Then the tools that you utilized to within this assessment, that could be the Vanderbilt, the CHI, the PHQ, the mood disorder, the BEX, whatever tools that you assisted you, that they're going to find the results in this assessment. And then that the intake packet was completed and that releases were signed. So we need that in the comments as well. And let's see, and that pretty much that we are doing, the information was contained and gathered by, and like that could be the background information, because sometimes people aren't there and we're using reports. So you can put that, psychiatric, family history, medical, substance abuse, developmental history were all reported and gathered, and then all your resources that you utilize for that. The next section is going to be your family composition and households. So what we have here is all the people that live in the current family. So we have mother, father, and the siblings. We need to have their name, date of birth, gender, relationship, and where they're living at. Okay, so after that, and at the bottom of the family household composition, I like to put any other family members that may be in the house, maybe a blended family, or they're temporarily living with somebody. I'll include their information as well. Then you're going to have their emergency contact. You're going to need the name, address, and phone number of this contact. If they are not on the release, you need to make sure that you get a release for this contact in your file. Then we have the primary care physician. This is going to be your family doctor. If they do not have one or do not know that, then you specify in there. Never leave a space blank in your assessment. Try to fill this out. It's very important that we have contact or collaborate with the family care physician, so we're going to need the name and phone number and address. If they do not have it, it's going to be a responsibility to Google it, look it up, and put it in there. Now, the next part is going to be the actual clinical assessment. So this is what we have for your demographic information. If you have any questions, please give me a call. But our next section will be the clinical assessment. Thanks. Bye.